And welcome to Forever Football on Forever Sports. My name is Mark, and I've just finished watching Manchester United versus Aston Villa at Villa Park. Man United go on to win the game 2-1. Scott McTominay and Rasmus Højlund with goals for United, and Douglas Luiz with the goal for Aston Villa in what was an end-to-end game. Plenty of shots, plenty of chances for both teams. Aston Villa, how they didn't score a second goal and how they didn't score a goal earlier, I'll never know, but eventually they did manage to get something in behind, which they did deserve. But final score, as I say, is 2-1 to Man United. They do hold on after giving away their lead that they managed to get in the first half. So let's go through that game, shall we? So we saw, of course, lots of shots from either side. Total shots for the game, 22 shots to Aston Villa, 16 shots to Man United, totaling, of course, then 38 shots in this game. Quite a few end-to-end stuff. Shots on target, though. Aston Villa, 10. Manchester United's 4. When you consider that, you think Aston Villa are hard done by not to have scored another goal. But I think that all comes down to Andre Onana, who I must say was excellent today in terms of his actual keeping ability. Really, really good today. Was very strong with his hands, very strong with his positioning. Was excellent keeping display today. Desperately needed for Man United because there's always been a wonder as to whether or not they can actually hold on to it. But Andre Onana does do very well there. Keep Man United in that game. Made a couple of goal line saves. Brilliant saves from him. John McGinn, I don't know how he didn't score as well. A couple of bolters from him. But yeah, I mean, going through that as well. Corners. 10 corners to Aston Villa, 8 corners to Manchester United. Manchester United, of course, trying to play the game to get in behind 6 offsides as a result of that, whereas 0 to Aston Villa, who did build it up. And I think my main comment about Man United after the entire game is the fact that they do lose their midfield when it comes to the last 20 minutes. They cannot defend in the midfield areas. They just lose pace. I think a lot of that comes down to Casemiro. United need a replacement for Casemiro. I like Casemiro a great deal, but he is too slow. United need a younger Casemiro with a bit more pace. That's what United need. That's what Ineos needs to do. That's what Ratcliffe needs to do. It needs to happen. So, of course, we'll also look at some cards from the game. Clement Lenglet, Matty Cash, and Musa Diaby for Aston Villa all got yellow cards. Casemiro got a yellow card, which should never have been a yellow card. I think you might well see that card rescinded post-game. I don't know if they still do those, but they might well do. And Kobe Mainoo also got a yellow card right on the stroke of half-time. So Man United went into the half-time 1-0 up with Rasmus Højlund's goal from Harry Maguire, of all people's assist. It was a corner goal for Man United. Very rare, of course. We don't score too many corners. But the ball was looped into the back by Bruno Fernandes. Maguire just hits the ball back into a dangerous area. Aston Villa were not aware to it at all. Højlund found himself completely unmarked. Just took a simple shot straight away as it bounced pretty much right next to him into the bottom. And underneath Martinez went 1-0 up to Man United as a result of that. They were then under the cosh a bit for the rest of that half. But Aston Villa unable to score. The second half, Aston Villa started like a house on fire, permanently threatening Man United's goal. And eventually, as I say, Douglas Luiz, 67th minute, the ball was just springing everywhere. After a brilliant save by Andre Onana on the line, just sort of bobbled out to the edge of the box. The ball was put in hard. Douglas Luiz found himself in so much space. Nobody was around him. And all he did was simply take a shot at the goal, is as easy as you like. Made a bit of a celebration about it, which later on, of course, happened to result in nothing for himself because Man United did score. But Scott McTominay, of all people, who I can't stand, always gets on the score sheet because that's why he'll keep being played. But nonetheless, he at least gets on the score sheet, I suppose. Great cross from Diogo Dalot. Actually, a great little team goal. Ball put in behind from Rafael Varane to Kobe Mainoo, made a great run. Kobe Mainoo danced past two, passes the ball back to Diogo Dalot, who gets a great little bit of space from Kobe Mainoo as a result to put the ball in. A great cross to Scott McTominay. All he has to do is aim his head towards the goal and just meet the ball with his head, and it fires into the back of the net. 2-1 Manchester United, and it meant a lot to the fans and to the players, I'm sure. Man United in a bit of form now, and what does that mean for their next game? Of course, Man United now coming up. They're looking at the results rather than the fixtures. That would help. Man United's next game coming up against Luton Town. Now, Luton Town at Luton Town, of course. I think Man United have never been to a stadium quite as interesting as that is. Looking ahead to their game following that, we've got Fulham as well. So Man United could go on a little bit of a run before they meet their big rivals, Manchester City, on the 3rd of March at City as well. So it's going to be a very difficult game. And quite frankly, if they defend it like they did today, that's going to end badly. Aston Villa, for them, on the other hand, where do they find themselves playing in their next game? They will be going up against Fulham as well, then Nottingham Forest and Luton. So I'm sure they can build up a bit of form again after this loss before they play Spurs on the 10th of March. And that's going to be a very interesting game because those two are basically fighting each other for a Champions League place, as are United. That ends in a draw. United smile the most. But of course, a few games before then. But guys, thank you so much for watching myself, Mark, here on Forever Football, which is on Forever Sports, for this review of Manchester United versus Aston Villa at Villa Park. Man United in the game, 2-1, and grab all 3 points. And guys, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and I'll see you again soon for more football content. Be sure to go check out our Forever Football channel, which is, of course, our dedicated